yeah, they got to get out there and play for the most part.
John, if I made you predict the first 3 positions that they draft, what would it be?
Tell me if AJ's here and Jaelan Phillips is here, but well, I'm going to assume I'm gonna
let you choose whether they're here or not.
I'm gonna
okay? How about
presume
that?
I'm gonna presume they're here, and it's gonna be offensive line, tight ends, and then the third one, wide receiver.
Offensive line, tight end, wide receiver. Did they draft a running back this year?
Maybe day 3. I mean, you can draft anything in day 3. Day 3 is like just, day 3 is just yeah. Well, it's just the best player. You know, who's the best player? Day 3 is easy. You know, from that standpoint. I don't mean it's easy finding players. It's just, you know, you have your board and you just take the best guy who's left on the board. You know, in Howie's case, he likes to move. So if he wants more picks, he'll go down. But day 3's, you don't really have that much pressure to, if you've done, again, going back to free agency, if you've done your job in free agency and properly draft proof the roster, which Howie will do because he's been around for a long time, you just take the best guy on your board, man. You don't have to worry about positional. You don't have to worry about replacing Lane Johnson, you know, because everybody, you know, the whole need is the worst talent evaluator in sports, which I agree with. But you got to be realistic too. If you have certain positions you're not looking for. So, you know, the good teams, it's the best player at the group of positions you need help in. Is how it works. Because obviously, if you have Josh Allen, Buffalo's not taking a quarterback. So if the quarterback's the best player on the board, they're not looking at him. So that's how it works early, and then late you can settle down and just take who's the best guy left. That could be a running back. That could be anything. Probably not going to.
Where does the first defensive pick come in? I know you've talked a lot about the offense picks. Probably they're going heavy there.
Probably the compensatory pick. I would go if you want to take it down to. I take edge rusher there. Probably.
And if Jaelan, all right, now do the exercise
or corner if you like a corner.
Now do it this way. Ready? I'm going to put you through the ringer here, John, in the last 30 minutes of this Friday show. Now do the exercise. If only AJ was gone. So if they signed Phillips, but AJ is gone, what positions are the first 3 or 4 picks?
Offensive line, wide receiver, tight end.
All right, so similar, just bump that wide receiver up a little bit more. That makes sense. Okay, now if Phillips is gone and AJ remains, this should throw a big wrinkle. Where would you go?
Yeah, I'm going edge rusher 1, offensive line 2, tight end 3. But you could. Just because I think tight end is deeper. Tight end's deep, man. You can get good players. Like I don't even worry about it. Don't even look at Sadiq. They're going to be able to get a good tight end, good prospect later.
There was good tight ends last year too, wasn't there? Wasn't there deep tight ends last year? I think Harold Fannin had a pretty damn good year. That's somebody we talked about, but obviously wasn't a blocker, so didn't really fit in Philly. But
like Eli Stowers from Vandy, Michael Trigg from Baylor, even Eli Raritan from Notre Dame. You want a blocker? Get that guy. And he can catch the ball too. Justin was it Jolly from North Carolina State.
Yeah.
A bunch of good tight ends. Jack Endries from Texas.
I mean, if you don't have Goedert though, John, you need a contributor.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't if you're not bringing Goddard back, you really want Max Clare or Eli Stowers. They could be potentially, play year one, maybe even Michael Trigg. You got to get somebody.
It's starting to feel like, John, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm starting to get the vibe that Goddard's going to be back. I don't know. I've seen some stuff on social. Even Cilio, who's been saying, "Oh, Goddard's done." I heard him say, "Oh, I think they might bring Goddard back," based on what I heard.
It depends. It's market, complete market with Goddard. I mean, he's going to be 32 late in the season, but he's, is he going to get 10+ million? If he gets that, if he gets 2 years, he's gone. So if he's 1 year, 7-8 million, I think they'll bring him back. Complete Isaiah Rodgers situation. Complete market. Like, what is the market? Now, coming into it, I said, well, the guy had 13 touchdowns. Somebody's going to give him 2 years. But if they don't, because he has some injury issues. He's had a lot of
I'd give him 2
issues
years
over the years. So would I. I mean, I'd give him 2 years, especially if I'm a good team that needs a tight end.
If I'm the Eagles, forget a good team. If I'm the Eagles, I'd give him 2 years.
Well, the Eagles aren't, but no.
Feels similar to AJ, though. I mean, are you going to get that? Do you want to win in 26 or do you not want to win in 26? If you want to win in 26, signing Dallas Goedert for $7 to $10 million, let's just assume it falls in there, to me feels like a no-brainer. You're not getting better, John, by replacing Goedert with Max Clare. Now, maybe you add Max Clare and you'll get better. But if you want to win this year,
how he's thinking in 3-year increment. He doesn't go into it. I get fans want that.
I know, but that's why I started the show where I did, John, because if he's thinking in 3-year increments and AJ Brown ends up gone and Dallas Goedert ends up gone and they're drafting for the future after Lane Johnson, well, that's like as close to throwing in the white towel as it's going to appear to fans. At least to me, it will.
Well, that's why I talked for 40 minutes to try to explain it to as many fans who
you can explain it all you want. I mean,
seriously, to many fans that want to hear it, that want to listen, and there aren't a lot, but if some do, some are always going to default to, you got to win every year. You got to win. You got to win. You got to win. I mean, that's not his job. He's not gonna just think about 2026 and hell or high water. I don't think anybody does. Even Les Snead doesn't do it that way, even though he embraces, the T-shirts and the marketing and fuck them picks because he's got a big ego. They all got big egos, but they don't think about it that way. So, you don't want to go in. Like, one of the mistakes I think going into this year that you can criticize him for is not having a plan at tight end. And that's why you're in the position, because you didn't get a prospect or get somebody more relevant who could be the heir apparent. And now maybe they'll correct that with Max Clare or somebody else. By the way, tight end news about Oscar Delp, who we're talking about, can't go through combine drills due to a liability issue. Apparently, he played the entire season at Georgia with a hairline fracture in his foot, and it was accidentally found on a routine x-ray. So health again, medicals.
Well, how do they know he had it all year then if it was just found?
I don't know, but that's from Zach Klein. But they found it on a routine x-ray. He's told Delp wants to compete but won't be allowed. He'll be a full go at Georgia's Pro Day on March 18th. There's your further Oscar Delp news.
Maybe that'll get him to drop another round.
Maybe.
Or how he can
There you go. Maybe,
value.
maybe you could use that. Don't dismiss it. You could use that. But yeah, so from your original point of, I'm surprised Dallas was here that last year, and it worked out. I'll be surprised if he's here this year. But if he gets a 1-year prove-it deal for $7 or $8 million, they'll bring him back. 2 years, I think he's gone.
We'll see what ends up happening with that. Johnny Mac, 20 minutes left in the show today. I want to thank everybody for being here. Appreciate everybody being here this week. Don't forget to hit that like button. John, a couple super chats we'll get to. Let's go to Devin Shanahan right now. What's up, Devin? Good to see you, brother. He says this.